Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So, yeah, we are back for another episode of Maxx. I just watched episode 1. Now, this is my filler series that I'm going to do, and it's probably not going to come out episode by episode. It's going to come out when I don't have anything to post, which I don't at the moment. Because, like I said in episode 1, most of my videos are getting blocked a day later. And it's very annoying, very frustrating. We put in all this work and all this other stuff. It takes hours and wow, I can't even think. Takes hours, takes up space on our RAMs, and we gotta keep on re-editing this stuff. But I figured, you know what? I might as well try something that's shorter, easier to handle. And I think the Maxx would be the best one. It's an old series favorite of mine. Now, I am going to do another series that you guys voted for, the Boondocks. Don't worry, but like I said, I'm waiting to, get around these copyright claims and all this stuff. Because they don't just happen an hour later, they happen a day later. It's very annoying. But anyway, so back to the Maxx. This is one of the shows I used to watch as a kid. I haven't watched it in a couple years, so I figured I'd kind of go back to it. I'd like to do more MTV shows because it seems like they don't get hit as easily as other shows. But anyway, now, I was saying, in episode 1, they talk about the Outback. Interesting thing about the Outback, though, that I know, because I looked up the comic book. Now, the Outback has to do with your imagination. Like, where do you want to be? You know, when we were all kids, you had this imagination in your head, like, oh, what do you want to do as an adult? You're kind of living in Seattle or whatever, some nice place, Manhattan, New York, as a stockbroker, or Seattle as a doctor, and all this other stuff. But really, you're doing the 9-to-5 job that you don't want. But in your Outback, that's your Outback. So that's how I can kind of explain that. It's where you're kind of like your own hero and everything, your imagination. Now in the Outbacks and these, they're kind of, manifested as a real thing. I'm trying to just remember how this all goes. But, you know what? We're going to figure that out as we go on. This all has to do with a lot of psychological stuff, too, which I like about the show.
Most of us inhabit at least two worlds. The real world, where we're at the mercy of circumstance, and the world within, the unconscious, a safe place where we can escape. The Maxx shifts between these worlds against his will. Here, homeless, he lives in a box in an alley. The only one who really cares for him is Julie Winters, a freelance social worker. But in Pangea, the other world, he rules the Outback and is the protector of Julie, his jungle queen.
I was saying in the last episode that I kind of knew about the jungles of Australia because of the show.
Only I can see that the secret which unites them could destroy them. I could be helpful. Screw it. I think I'll have some fun with it.
I used to think Australia was just a bunch of surfers and, city area. Nice, fun place to live.
Species of predator and prey sheltered within the broad, grassy spaces and massed granite tarns of the Outback. One of these is the Outback slug. It can leap nearly a quarter mile straight into the air, but it has never mastered the ability to land. It has no predators. It is just stupid. On the other hand, the great northern crabbit can land and jump, but it has a natural enemy, the is. The is can jump and land and has no predators. Unless you count me.
The 12th victim of the man known as Mr. Gunn, and the cops are baffled. How can we stop this murdering thug? How can we?
As we walk back home, my mind wanders across all the lonely, misguided people in this dark city. Lots of other people could use my help, but somehow I always come back to old Max. Jeez, the poor guy doesn't have a clue. Every time
Is this watching?
this, in another world, I was protecting my jungle queen crap. Can't blame the guy, though. If I was a purple homeless guy, I guess I'd reduce my social worker to a bikini-clad jungle bimbo who needs my help, too. At least in his dreams, he's some kind of superhero.
So that's what Max sees. He'll go back from being in New York or whatever they're in
With good reason.
to the Outback.
I'm not sure any of us wants to know what goes on out there at 3 a.m. in some stink-ridden alley. God knows who doing God knows what. Best not to think about it. Just push it down and go on. Max,
I would love to see a live action version of the Maxx.
guys are saying that sometimes no means
If you do it
yes.
just right, I think this would be great.
And honestly, sometimes it does. But I don't think any guy
Because I like the comic book animation style of this show.
confused for a second about what she wanted. Max thinks I'm heartless, too. And maybe I am. Or maybe I care too much. But I have my fortress, warm and dry, far away from the twisted city below.
They come out of the ground, pulling me down. I have to fight back or be destroyed.
And you wake up in the real world.
Wake up. As
Yep.
usual, it was all a dream.
Alley-oop, Snooks. It's almost night. This is my house, not a hotel. I got you a coat and...
You got any toast?
Toast is good.
Somebody,
I give you some toast.
a liberal, is a conservative who's never been mugged. A few years ago, I wouldn't have laughed. But today, I'm not so sure.
So, Glory, where'd you get the knife?
From my pop. For protection. He says it's dangerous around here.
Oh. So, what do you want to do while the jacket's dry?
I don't know. I feel really existential today. Like Darby O'Gill and the Little People or something. Huh? Hey, Tommy, cut it out, okay? We're drying our jackets together doesn't mean you get touching privileges. Get us some Cokes, okay? And cool off.
Sure, Glory. Jeez, don't get mad.
Doof.
And messed up part is she has a knife too, but
Who's there?
I can feel the machines begin to leak and belch in my presence. I can hear the beating of her heart. She is like a small, delicious slug. I have only to close my hand to possess her. Hi, honey. I'm home.
Listen, Glory, if you're always gonna send me out to buy Cokes and burgers and stuff, then we're going steady. Yeah, that's what I'll say. And if we're going steady, then that means... Glory?
so sad that he had to walk in on that too. Yeah.
Try not to get into any fights, okay, Max?
Yesterday, that woman I was trying to save was attacked. It said so on the news. I should do something about that.
Spoken like a true fanatic. A few women who can't take care of themselves get messed with, and you ride to the rescue. Who are you to assume responsibility for their lives?
I am the Maxx.
He wants to be a hero.
Hello?
The others cry out for you, Julie Winters. Their screams of agony are the kisses that I place along your neck.
That's very interesting. Tell me more.
Doubtless one of your friends in the police department has tapped this line. No matter. I am having a servant of mine place this call.
Hey, don't I know that guy? What's he doing with 2 phones? And why doesn't anyone else notice he's only a foot and a half high?
Right, only in this he can see he is what they really are.
He's one of those underground things from my dream, only black and faster. Rats! Too narrow, but it's slowing him down too. Maybe enough for me to cut around and nab him! Now, easy. Crap! Didn't know they could jump. Gotcha! Now what do I do with him? Don't jump at me, you little... Gone! Damn! But if he can bite through steel, why is he running away from... Crap!
I'm telling you, they need to make cartoons like this again.
Greetings, Burlappin.
Burlappin'. I just wonder what he meant by that.
Amazing. You really don't remember any of it. Not the girl, or the Is, or the bloodworms, or me.
Then it wasn't all a dream. Unless I'm dreaming now.
Too bad. I normally hate killing amnesiacs.
Oh, God. Now I remember. It was all coming back to me. I could feel the hot sun on my back skin and the grasses under my toes. Those little creatures were but twisted and changed by being moved to this world.
True enough. Too bad you'll be eaten before you'll have the chance to mutter this to anyone.
They change in this world. It's weird.
Out loud.
Alright, so that was the end of episode 2. We're going to get into episode 3 a little bit later on. Probably watch it after this one. I'm really enjoying these. So, like I said, filler series, something short. Didn't know what to watch. I was looking for something on YouTube, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, the Is's change whenever they come into our world from the Outback world. So weird because they come from Max's Outback. I never read the comic books. That's something I gotta look into. There's more in depth of it. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a wrap for this one. And I'll catch you on the next one.